What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be making an olive salad. It's a great little appetizer, and but before we get to our olives, we're going to do a little quick pickling of some other vegetables that we're going to mix into it. Just going to be a slight pickling because our marinade is also going to have vinegar into it. So let's get started. I'll show you the process I like to use for this. Super simple. Just pour water over the vegetables that you want to pickle until they are covered. I'm going to get rid of this extra water. And now we're going to pour the water back in. This is just an easy way to find out how much volume you're going to need, how much water you're going to need for the pickling process. Now normally I would discard half of the water that we measure here, which I'm right at 2 cups. So I would go down to 1 cup for pickling, but I just want a slight pickling, so I'm just going to do about 1/3 of the water. After that water settled, it was more like 2.5 cups of liquid in there, so I got rid of enough water to bring it down to 1 2/3. I'm just going to fill it back up with vinegar now till we get back to 2.5. I'm going to use 2 different vinegars. I got a red wine vinegar and a white balsamic vinegar. We'll just fill that back up to 2.5 cups with our vinegar, and it's time to go to the stove. Before we go to the stove, so we're pickling here. Got about 2 cups of some diced up celery, about 1.5 cups of some carrot, and 2 crushed cloves of garlic. Now we're going to go into our saucepan with our liquid. To that, we'll add a couple tablespoons of salt, about a tablespoon of sugar. Now we're just going to let that come to a boil, let the salt and sugar dissolve. That's come to a boil and our salt and sugar is dissolved, so now we're just going to pour that over our vegetables. Pop a lid on that, go into the fridge, and once it's cooled, we'll be ready to move on. Our slightly pickled vegetables have cooled off, so we strained those. We also strained our manzanilla olives, and it's time to put this together. We got our pickled vegetables. Now we're going to add our olives. And we'll add some crushed red pepper, dried oregano, and a little more salt and a little more sugar. Then we're going to go ahead and the olive oil until it's about halfway up. And then we'll finish it off with about 1/4 red wine vinegar and 1/4 white balsamic. Okay, we're just going to stick a lid on that and let that sit overnight and marinate. So we marinated overnight. It's time to look at what we got. Oh yeah, baby. So now to serve, I got this beautiful focaccia that my mom made. Just slice that up, and then I got some nice crusty bread over here. That's what we're going to dip it in. We'll just scoop it in. We'll be ready to go. There you go. Time to eat. Now I got this idea from my favorite little Italian restaurant up in New York. It's actually my hometown, the first place I ever worked at. They serve this little olive salad with bread before the meal. This is my variation of that. Now, if you're ever up in Western New York, don't forget to check out Carmelo's. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Cheers.